I know for me, why are you laughing, bro? This is a serious moment. I'm trying to share something with the audience and you're laughing.
I'm sorry. The transition just caught me off guard.
Sorry.
Okay. But
Thank you very much. But yeah, no, for me, I've been doing a lot of thinking recently, and it's just come to my attention that I just need to get my shit together. Like, so much has happened, and recently I just took the time to just sit and like, yo, Rebecca, yeah, you have something going good with the podcast, but that's not the only thing I'm going to be doing. So it's like, what can I do to be productive of my time? Because we don't spend every day planning and figuring out what it is that we're going to do for the podcast. So we don't, right? So it's like, I was thinking the other day, and I came to the decision that I'm doing me. I mean, I've been doing me, but I'm officially doing me. And by that, I mean, like, I'm taking more time out to learn things, be more informative, and learn more about the things that I'm interested in. Like, I do graphic design. Mm-hmm. I had taken a course that, helped me sharpen my skills with like Photoshop and Illustrator and all of that stuff.
Right. That's why we have what we have now.
Exactly. And even with doing the stuff at FANG, that's all practice. That's all stuff that I can put in my portfolio, but I still have to do that hard work. And what people don't understand is that hard work, the behind the scenes stuff, trying to set up your website. How are you going to pitch yourself to other people? How are you going to show your work to other people? How are you going to market your work to let other people know, okay, I do this and I could do this for you. You might be doing some other stuff, but I can do it better for you.
Because you're the bag.
I'm the bag.
Period.
You don't do that no more. Stop.
Sorry. It's the culture. It's the culture. Don't come for me.
Don't come for you. I will always come for you because you are my partner.
This is our seating though. Let me sit up. I was so comfortable. I was like in here like this. No, let me sit up. I gotta sit up.
But yeah, so when you were doing my nails yesterday, we had a very
nice.
Beautiful. We had a very deep conversation last night, and it hurts me that we didn't record it because like we could have did some shit, but the most realest conversation just come out whenever it comes out.
That's why you need a fly on the wall. We need somebody that's just sitting there at all times. That's just recording.
No, for real.
Don't worry, the time gonna get there.
One of the things that we spoke about was disciplining yourself.
Yeah.
How
it's needed.
We're done with school now. We've graduated. We're on our own. But back when we were in school, we've always had something to hold us accountable. Like if you didn't do your homework assignment, you're gonna fail. If you fail, you get left back. I don't want to get left back. So I made sure I did my homework. I made sure I did what I had to do to pass so I can get to the next step, get to the next level. But now I'm done with school. There's no one to hold me accountable for whether or not I do the things that I say I'm going to do for myself or for the future. I want to, or for the future. Yeah, let me put that off. There's no one to hold me accountable for the things, my actions, and what I have to do for my future. So it's like now I got to discipline myself. Like, yo, Rebecca, if you don't do this, you don't do that, you can't get this. We also spoke about how I like to treat myself, okay?
Oh my gosh, she could spend money.
It's not about spending money. It's like, if I want it and I got it, I'm going to get it. Oh. If I want it, I got it, I'm going to get it. And it's like, it's convenient. Like, I just want it. But I have
everything you want is not what you need.
Exactly. I have to learn how to, you don't need to have it every day, Rebecca. Maybe in the next 2 days, 3 days, you can think about it. 9 times out of 10, it's just a craving. I don't even really want it. I just want it in the moment because I saw something. I saw the sign. I heard about it. Like, damn. Like, yeah, I do need those shoes. I do need that Starbucks drink. I need it.
They market to people like you.
I know, and it's terrible. I'm a big consumer, but hey.
Impulse shopper.
Very much impulse shopper. You're right.
Yeah. I take advantage of that at work. Like, I will, if you let me get in your pockets, I am going in your pockets. Mm-hmm. I need every sale.
Word, because I'm making my commission on top of that.
Exactly.
On top of that.
But don't be that person. You're just gonna end up spending money that you don't need. But you brought up discipline, and in college, I was very disciplined in college. Like, my motto is all work then play. So if I didn't do what I had to do, then I couldn't enjoy the stuff that I wanted to enjoy. And I find that you don't need someone to hold you accountable. You have to find a way to hold yourself accountable.
Exactly.
And that's why you have to come up with, not, I wouldn't call punishments, but let's just use punishments as the simpler term. Punishments for when you don't do the things that you have to do.
Consequences.
Yes, that's the word.
Consequences.
Punishments work too.
You have to discipline yourself because like I said, I got it, I want it, but it's like you don't need it. Like you can actually save that time, save that money, and use it to be productive. Use it to learn some more information. Use it to better up the podcast. You know.
Right, we done moved to the new scene.
Yeah, like our new setup.
You only would be able to see it if you are watching us on YouTube.
Yes. So, by the way, my name is Rebecca. Welcome to the FANG Podcast. It is officially season 2.
Hey, Aradubo. Thank you, Deo. Hi, y'all. I'm MUKRIMAT, the one and only.
Period.
Okay, I am the other co-host of the FANG Podcast, and we want to thank you for joining us on season 2.
Yes. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and listen to all our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And also, if you want to see our beautiful faces, because you know we serve, we beat, we do all of that every single video. Check us out on YouTube, the FANG Podcast.
Take your phone from you.
I always put my phone here. It's just back home.
No, I don't like
Easy
it there.
access.
Yeah, very easy access, not just for your phone. No.
You know, all of season 1, my phone has been like in between my legs.
Really?
But my case wasn't as like flamboyant as this one.
because it literally, it's right there. It's right there.
Keep your eyes here.
Not down there. PG, okay? We're going to be doing things a lot differently this season. So if you haven't watched season 1, season 1, you really got to know us, how our mind kind of works, our personalities, just a little seasoning about that. But this one, this season, we're going to take the time to really not only speak about ourselves, our experiences, but we're also going to try to teach you things about our culture as being first American Nigerian generation.
Yes, and share some important, some fun history, fun facts, all of that stuff about us and our culture, the Nigerian culture in general, Africa in general.
Right. The African giant. As, you know, Brenna Boy would say, if you see me, say hi. I think I will faint.
Bana boy.
Missed his concert that he did at Madison Square Garden. I'm so upset.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even know about the concert until after it sold out. And I was like, damn.
Really?
Well, I can't go now.
I know about the concert like 2 days before. They don't do well with promoting it.
They don't. And I don't understand
Either
how it
that
sold
or
out.
we're not paying
How did you
attention.
guys find out about it? Because I didn't find out about it. It wasn't until after that then I heard about the DeVito concert.
How you pronounce his name?
DeVito?
It's not Davido?
Davido. Well, regular accent, DeVito. Niger accent, Davido. Sure? Right?
I don't
Davido.
know.
DeVito? Davido? It's not Davido. I didn't say Davido. It's DeVito. Davido?
Yo.
How do you say it?
Yo, I don't know, but when you said it the first time, it didn't sound right. Davido. I think it's Davido.
Davido?
Yeah.
DeVito.
That's how you know we were born here. Like, how we butchered a name like that. Well, I don't know if I did. But no shade. So it's officially summer. It is officially summer. And I just wanted to share with y'all. So when the summer started, I had a goal in mind. You know, like, it's New York City. We all have those bikers, right? We have those bikers. I don't even know what to call them. What they call them? No, they're not. But I guess they all have their own. They all have, yes, but they all have. I think they all have like their own group names and whatever, right? No disrespect. Don't come for me. I don't know, and I'm letting it be known that I don't know. If you want to teach me, you can. But either way, I told myself that this summer, if the opportunity comes, I'm gonna get on the back of one of those bikes, and I did.
You mean the motorcycle?
Yes.
So why don't you say motor? You're saying bike? I'm thinking like the city bike.
Wolf. What they call the people who ride the motorcycles? Bike riders, right? No?
It depends on what kind of bike it is. Like a regular, like a bicycle?
No, a motorcycle.
Thank you. That's what I thought she meant. Bike. She's like a bike rider, so I'm assuming bicycle.
No, the motorcycle.
So say motorcycle.
What do they call them?
I don't know.
Right, motorcycle riders. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about though. It is like a name, but like
Exactly.
motorcycle rider for now, I guess.
Either way, motorcycle riders. That's what I was on today.
Okada.
Not today. I'm sorry. Over the summer, I had the opportunity. I said, if the opportunity come, I'm going to get on one of those bikes. And
I remember when you posted this.
Yes, me and my best friend, we were on the Jackie Robinson. I was the one driving. She was in the passenger seat. And, you know, she's from Rochester. So seeing somebody on a motorcycle, I wouldn't say it's rare to her, but it's like, you know, a tourist kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So she started recording. And you know me, I had to make sure she had to get perfect shots. So I'm over here like putting my leg to the gas. Either way. I'm pushing the gas, right? And so she could catch the shot. So he started posing and everything. So we get to the end of the Jackie Robinson on Pennsylvania. Is it Pennsylvania or East New York? Either way, Pennsylvania, I think. We get to the end of the Jackie Robinson, and he gonna turn around. He be like, y'all want to ride? I'm like, I do.
I'm surprised you didn't just roll down the window and be like, yo, can I ride with you real quick?
I was the one driving. So I was paying attention to the street. Mm-hmm. It was when we got to the stoplight, and he just happened to ask the question. So we parked at the McDonald's right there, and I got on the bike, and he took me around the block. It was so fun because it reminded me of when we were in Nigeria, and we get on the Okada. That's spelled Ogada. That is Okada. Yes. I'm sorry if my English accent kind of like butcher it for you guys, but
don't come for her.
Don't come for me. Don't come for me. But yes, it's called Okada, and well, in Nigeria, it's like I would call it our form of taxi, just to avoid traffic. Mm-hmm. So it was like it gave me that kind of nostalgic kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. Yes, I was like, oh. He was like, don't. He was trying to coach me. I'm like, I do this. This is regular. Like. What the heck? You put a helmet on my head? I've been on it with no helmet, please. With like 4 people.
Nah, 4 people.
So yeah, that's a new word. Okada is Yoruba for motorcycle. But that was my experience. It was so much fun.
Speaking of Okada and bikes in Nigeria, I just came back from Nigeria.
Yeah, that's why she's glowing. You see her braids? That's when you know Nigerians have done it.
And the finishing is right. Finishing is right. But yeah, I just came back from Nigeria and I had a great time. My gosh. When I say this trip has been different from all of my trips, mainly because I got to experience Nigeria as an adult. Enjoyments. Fun.
Sis was on a yacht like every day.
I was on a yacht once.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just posted it on several occasions.
It's all about narrative. Because I'm like, yo, she's on a boat every day. Like, you not seasick yet?
Chop life, enjoyments, okay?
Okay.
Nah, but I had a great time, and it was different because, like I said, I got to experience it as an adult. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, Nigerians, they come party.
Yeah.
They don't start partying until 1 a.m. They won't go home until, like, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong
with
like... I feel like the Nigerians in New Jersey be trying to do that too.
It don't work like that over here.
I be like, when the party gonna start? They like, they always put on the flyer that I start at 10, but no one really gets there until like 1 or 2.
I hate that. You know, we went to one event. We went to one event and they put on the flyer, if you get there before I think 11, it's free.
We got there, the doors was even open at 11.
Yo, they was like, y'all better come back.
12.
I was like,
I don't even care to party anymore. If it's not free, I don't want to go. I'm not spending my money on that.
Yeah.
I could just enjoy it in my backyard.
Yeah. With the whole club scene and stuff, I feel like I go there for like maybe celebration. So like a birthday or if a friend just wants to turn up real quick, we'll go to a club. But take me to a lounge, to a restaurant. Let's do some activities. Yeah. Let's actually enjoy being outside, especially this summer since this is like the first real summer since the whole pandemic and everything happened.
What? My summer last year was lit.
Well, this summer, there's way less restrictions than last summer.
Oh, yeah.
So, they're going They're going to go wow this summer.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 parties. I'm dragging it. It's not even 4 or 5 parties. Probably 10.
Talk about dragging it.
It's like 10. But they ODing. Like, I could hold a party in my backyard. I would just say, please bring food. Bring food and bring your own bottle. Bring your beverages.
Poolside, got the tunes playing, the grill on.
Exactly. I met one of my neighbors that was playing music mad loud. Mm-hmm. I'm like, ooh, I found a DJ right across the street. Who would have known?
Who would have thunk?
And they were black.
Who would have thunk it?
Thunk it.
I've heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's grammatically correct, but who would have thunk it?
Thunk.
Who would have thunk it?
THONK.
THUNK. Who would have thunk it?
This is how I'm not able to keep up with New York City slang.
New York City slang. I don't think that's New York City slang. I just
So where do you
heard
get
it
it from?
somewhere. I cannot tell you because I heard it somewhere. Like I said, I don't know if it's like grammatically correct, but who would have thunk it?
How are we doing with time, Wolf?
Good. We're at 17 minutes right now.
Okay, perfect. I wouldn't say time is free. Time is money. Right? Time is money. Time is also something you don't get back. How would I explain this? I would explain this to be time is the most expensive thing we have.
It's the most expensive thing we have, but I also feel like time is free because we all have it. You don't have to pay for your own time. What you do in your own time is yours. You have it. You're not paying for it. You're not doing anything in exchange for your own time. When you wake up in the morning, you get to decide what you do next.
Right,
before you go to sleep, you get to decide what you do before you go to sleep. You get to decide what you do throughout the day, whether you decide to lay in bed and watch Netflix or to get up, I don't know, do something outside. I don't know.
Now, you see, I can't agree with that one. I can't say time is free. Because when something is free, you know that you're just going to keep having it and getting it, you start to waste it. That's why I want to say...
point. People who sit in the house and just watch Netflix, they have nothing else to do.
That's why time is not free. Time is expensive. If you don't, time is expensive. It's an expensive currency. Let me speak my own point.
We're speaking the same
Nah,
but
you're
two sides
saying,
of the coin.
I wouldn't say free,
It's
though.
the same thing, but two sides of the coin.
Okay, so let me explain my part. I would say time is an expensive currency because it's something you can't get back, right? That's what makes it expensive.
I agree.
Exactly. That's why I can't say time is free. When you say something is free, losing it doesn't matter. Losing it doesn't matter because it was free. It was not an expense. But it is expensive because once you lose that time, you don't get that back. So I agree with the point that you were saying after it, but I don't agree with the statement that time is free. Time is very expensive, and the way you decide to spend it determines your value of your life, to be honest. Because with what you do with your time determines if you reach what you deem success to be and if you end up in the trenches, like if you stay there. Mm-hmm. Because it depends on what you utilize your time with. And I feel like a lot of us with the pandemic, everything opening back up, people enjoying life, people are starting to realize like the time is short. Like, they need to be enjoying it. But a lot of people are spending it doing parties or clubbing. And it's like, okay, what skills are you adding to yourself to market yourself to be the bag? Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. And, they said they want to work a retail job one day out the week. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're already giving 40 hours of your week to a company. Why are you not doing something with that Saturday for yourself? Like, so I'm over here like, I'm interviewing her. I'm like, what you like to do? She's like, I like swimming. I'm like, so go take a swimming class. She's like, I don't need to take a swimming class. I already know how to swim. Okay, so go join a swimming club. Like, go do something. But, like, because everything sometimes, too, like, time is expensive, but everything that you do with your time does not mean it has to be related to working for another company and making more money. Because the thing is, like, when she was talking to me, this is just, like, the information she was sharing with me. And it's like, if you're already working and making more money than you were making before, the 8 hours that you're doing on a Saturday is just pocket change. It's not something you really need. You're just doing it for spare time. At that point, you can use that 8 hours to gain another skill to market yourself. And you can add another skill to what you have to help you get a promotion at the job that you do work 40 hours at. Or you could put it towards an activity. But just to utilize the time that you have that you can't get back for a company, I don't fucks with that.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said. Spot on. But when I said time is free, you're thinking currency-wise, expensive, value. That's not what I'm saying. When I say time is free, it's open, it's available, it's there. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to just sit on your ass and watch TV all day, or if you're actually going to use that time to be productive. Like you said, the person you spoke about who got a new job working 40 hours a week, she now has Saturday off. Instead of her getting a new job, she has the time to go and join a swim club. She has the time to take a cooking class, to, I don't know, do anything that she wants with her time. It's open, it's there, it's free, it's available for her. It's up to her to choose what she wants to do with that time. Not everyone has the mindset, okay, I have free time. I'm going to use that time to learn a new skill. I'm going to use that time to learn something that can help me make more money. A lot of people don't think like that.
They don't.
I feel like the first step is just actually understanding, okay, my time is valuable. I have all of this time. What can I do to better myself? What can I do? If what you want to do is have more fun in life, what can I do to have more fun within myself? You know?
What's your why?
Yeah, like, what do you want to do?
Have you heard that lately? It's what's your why?
I actually haven't, but I've heard
Really?
the statement before. Not recently, though.
Everybody is figuring out their why. Like, everybody wants to know what their why is and then work towards that why. Like, there's a whole value ladder and everything involved. I have my why. I'm not going to share with y'all. Mind your business. I'm just joking. I don't really.
This girl is sassy.
It's because I don't know it by heart. I have it written down. If you don't remember things easily, write it down, because I don't. But like, everybody's kind of doing this thing like, what is your why? And because when they figure out what their why is, they're now utilizing their time to reach that why. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Steve Harvey said it. To be honest, like, Steve Harvey has like a whole little show. That's a little show. Let me not do that.
Damn, not
to
you
him.
downplaying.
I know, right? Let me not do that to him. He had a big show, the Steve Harvey show. It's on YouTube. Something about like your why, and you'll find out. I think there's other people too, like E.T. I think that's his name. E.T. He's a motivational speaker.
I don't know who that is.
You gotta YouTube it. That's your homework.
E.T.
E.T. Just write E.T. and just write motivational speaker. Write motivational speaker. He'll pop up. But yeah, like, there's this whole thing with why now. Like, what's your why? So maybe you should watch that. Maybe I should watch it too. Maybe we all could elevate.
I could understand, because, you know, like I said, with the whole pandemic, people sitting in the house, they don't know what they're gonna do with themselves.
Yeah.
So what do I want to come from my life? You know, what really truly brings me joy? It may not be working a 9 to 5. It may be working your 9 to 5. Maybe that's what you like. You love your job so much. You stay from like 8 to 7.
Like, first of all, they stay like 40 years. You talking about 8 to 7, they stay like 40 years. But hey, it's your time. Figure out how you want to utilize it. Figure out what it is that you want to do with it. We know what we want to do with our lives. That's why we have this podcast. Okay? So we're figuring it out too. And as we figure it out, hopefully you guys will see our growth. And if you want, you can share with us as well. We all growing here.
Yes.
Like, this is a whole new era.
It's a new era. It's a new chapter. We're like mid-chapter, I feel like.
Mid-chapter? How long is the chapter?
Until the year is over.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just thinking, like, people usually say chapter when it comes around birthday. I'm like, my birthday already passed.
Nah, I'm talking about the year.
Okay, mid-chapter of the year.
Mid-chapter.
Mid-year. But on to the new segment, because this season we're gonna teach you guys about Nigeria. We just have to. We're not about to always keep talking about ourselves. So we're gonna share with you something about our country. Okay.
Some fun, interesting, originating facts about Nigeria.
Yes, we're gonna have the link in the bio or description of where we got our information from. You know, we have to cite our sources. Yes, that's what we need to do. But I knew this, but I'm going to read a little bit.
We have the links in the bio, down in the description. If you can cross-reference, cross-check, all of that.
This is why reading is fundamental. Okay, so Nigeria was formed by the British colony in 1914. That's when there was the two separate regions and decided to bring it together to make one colony. It ended up being one of the biggest British colonies that they had or whatever. It was 1960 that Nigeria had gained its independence. I'm not even gonna go. You can, if you read into the, click the link, you'll also learn that about like 30 years of Nigeria's reign when they gained their independence from the British was by, it was like governed militant.
Governed by the military.
Yes, either way.
Yeah.
Yes. So, with that happening, look at this. So, 1960, we get our independence, right? 7 years later, war, civil war, right? Civil War. We had the Civil War. It started in January of 1970, and it lasted 30 months, give or take. But good things happen when there's sacrifice. There's also progress. Because right after the Civil War ended, give it a couple years, Nigeria became the wealthiest country in Africa due to, of course, oil. Mm-hmm. Oil. And from there, that you have, what is this thing called? Corruption. That's where corruption started to come into play.
And Nigeria is very rich. It's a
Nigeria is a very rich country.
And wealthy country.
But that's when you have corruption. Mm-hmm. Nigeria was even part of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. It's abbreviated as OPEC, and that was in 1971. Would you believe that Nigeria was at an all-time high of the state profit at 5.3 billion naira in 1976?
Billion? Ooh,
yeah.
That's a lot.
But where's the money in the country?
Where's the money?
The people, they suffer. They're hungry. There's no work. School is expensive. Like, I don't even know what free education is in Nigeria.
No such thing.
Like, I went to school in Nigeria. There's no such thing as free education. Like, people have to really work for that. And we over here, we have it for free. And what we do with it? Nothing. We do. Well, some of us utilize it. But, like, honestly, we take things for granted. That's why when Nigerians come to America or they go to UK, you will see them really, like, working hard towards succeeding because they know the value of not having it.
And they're always so appreciative, especially when you go back home and, you know, you bring clothes, you bring shoes, you bring snacks, you bring whatever it is. They're always so appreciative, always saying, oh, I want to come to America too. I want to come back with you.
Right. And it's like, you know, America has its own struggle. Like, I know a lot of people in Nigeria be wanting to come to America. And, you know, they ask for things and stuff. But sometimes they don't realize, like, America is just is very expensive to live in. You have to really work.
It's very, would the word be idealized? Like, people, it's like a fantasy.
It is a fantasy. It's the dream.
Nigeria,
the American
not
dream.
Nigeria, America is. The America dream, better wake the fuck up.
Yeah, all they see is our enjoyment. They don't see our work. I mean,
you got to pay for everything. Even back home, as long as you have, once you get your own place, you pay for what? Maybe like, you get like in-home help. You might have a cook. You might have a driver. All of that probably won't even add up to rent in New York City.
You won't have that here. You won't have
that.
That's not possible.
Here is for yourself. Back home, at least you have you kind of have a community.
You do.
You have your people with you.
And you have community here too. It's just about finding it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's kind of just you on your own. You gotta pay your own bills. You gotta do everything for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you gotta look out for yourself because the next person is looking out for themselves.
Right, and if you don't, you're gonna end up like.
Not to say that people don't do that everywhere, but at least back home, it feels more like a commute. I don't know how to explain it. It don't feel the same over here.
Well, America is a very diverse country versus being in Nigeria where it's everybody around you is Nigerian. Everybody here around, the next person sitting next to you is not going to probably be Nigerian. That's probably why you don't feel like it's community. You know what I mean? Because think about it. If you're in Nigeria, everybody you walk past is speaking the same language, is from the same country, and everything. But here, everybody else have different upbringings.
Yeah, no, when I say community, I don't mean like, you know, the people you know in your ethnic or national community. That's not what I mean. What I mean is like just having people around, people that can help you because you can actually afford to get the help back at home. If you have a good job and you're able to.
Job is hard to find in Nigeria.
With the right education, you can find a job.
So
it's hard to find, but I mean, with
it's
the right
hard to find a job anywhere, right?
You can get a good job. To survive in Nigeria, though.
I wouldn't know. I think I could survive in Nigeria, but I can only survive as like I need someone to be funding my life in Nigeria.
I need to make it here first, then I can go back and live as
And enjoy,
lavishly and enjoyment as I want.
I be telling people that the cost of living in Manhattan for 1 year, the cost of living in Manhattan for 1 month, I'm pretty sure you could live in Nigeria for 1 year comfortably, which is insane. But yes, that's Nigeria for you. Nigeria is a very beautiful country. Hopefully, if Damlala did, she'll show us some of her enjoyment.
I mean, if you want to see any of my enjoyment, my travel diaries of Nigeria, you can check out my TikTok, That Queen Beck, or follow me on Instagram at That Queen Beck, because that's where I post everything.
And since we out here putting our social medias out, you can follow me at It's MUKRI. Anything nails, beauty, makeup, that would be under _MUKRI. And I think my TikTok name now is It's MUKRI.
It's MUKRI, you changed it?
Yeah, I changed it because
Finally, we need one uniform, one thing, because
who else has
so
a name
much.
like MUKRI? It's the one and only. Any other is a counterfeit, okay? A counterfeit.
for our next segment that we're going to introduce to you guys.
Wajong.
Waja, yes. So basically, any kind of like food, snacks, drinks, anything that is from, Nigeria, we're going to give you more information about it. So like I said, I just came back from Nigeria, and the very first thing I asked for when I got off that plane was Amala. Amala. Now, if you don't know what Amala is, it's a swallow. And
You
it's
gotta
like
say
a
swallow to them, bro. Cause New York City, anybody from New York City here swallow, bro. Their first thought is not food.
I'm crying. But yeah, we call it swallow, but everyone knows fufu, right? So think of a brown fufu. That's what it is.
Very dark brown. I mean,
Very
it's
dark
darker
brown.
than me.
Yeah, so I want to share some of the different types of amala. Everywhere
types?
there's different types. I didn't know that either.
I didn't know.
So the link to where I'm getting all of this information will be linked in the description. So make sure you do check it out. I'm not going to say everything in the article, but definitely you could read about it. So one of the types of amala is called yam flour. It's made out of yam and it's the most common type of amala. Yam can be consumed in different forms, including baked, boiled, roasted, fried, but can be dried and then converted into flour for amala, a great alternative to the Nigerian fufu, which everyone knows. Pounded yam. Wait, that's a real question I have. Fufu and pounded yam, are they the same thing?
Yo, I don't think they're the same thing.
They're not,
Iyon
right?
and powdered yam, Iyon and fufu literally taste different. They taste extremely different. I do not like fufu for nothing.
Yeah, I think
can't catch me
I go
eating
for Iyon or pounded yam. That's what I go for.
I go for Iyon Epa.
Eba. I like it, but
We're on the topic of
yeah, we're talking about amala.
We'll
today.
talk about
that
Epa another day.
So another type of amala is called casa flour. This amala derives from casa and is made into flour. I can't pronounce this word. Lafun, lafun, simply means dried cassava flour. Another type is plantain flour. It's usually preferred to people diagnosed with diabetes. That's
Plantain
interesting.
flour? I want to try that one.
That sounds
Is
interesting.
that fufu?
No, it's amala.
Is amala?
It's amala.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that you said it, that there's different types, it makes sense because there's a specific type that they be making in Nigeria at like those local, what do they even call this place? So those local restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain kind of amala that they be using that I like, but like the one here that come packaged and stuff, I don't like it.
Bro, same, because I
It's
wouldn't.
different.
I don't know. I just can't eat amala here. I can't.
I can't either.
I will eat pounded yam, maybe above there's no pounded yam, but amala is right back at home. I have to.
You know how
I
long
have
it took
to.
me to eat amala? As a child, I used to look at it. I'm like, oh my God, it's so black. It's so nasty. Like, why would you eat that? Like, that's how I used to think about. Like, you couldn't catch me eating amala for nothing.
Oh my God.
And it was just because of the color. And then, you get older and you realize,
Yeah, child
like,
shit. Child stuff.
yeah, like, damn. I sound like one of those YouTubers when they were trying the food. And they were like, oh my God, why you look like that? That's what I sounded like when I was younger. I'm like, why you look like that? It's so black.
Nah.
But it's actually pretty good if it's made the right way.
Made the right way with the right soup. So what I'm also going to go into is like the different types of Nigerian soup that is most commonly known to be eaten with amala.
Do you call it soup or stew?
I call it soup.
I call it soup too, but when I tell people soup, they're like, that's not soup.
Yes,
that's not soup. Because they be thinking about chicken noodle
chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, it's soup.
Yeah, I don't say stew. It sounds weird, like stew.
Yeah.
No.
It's like that. What's that? Fish stew. No.
So one of the soups, that they have on the list is okra soup. I don't like okra soup only because I don't like the texture. It's very slimy and it's just not it. I can't. My mom loves it though. She be putting like shrimp, snail, all that stuff in her okra soup.
Growing up, I didn't eat okra soup like that because my mom told me that we wasn't supposed to eat it. Something about like, I guess like our family origin and stuff like that. We're not supposed to eat it. Like I don't think I even ever see my grandfather eat it. So I didn't really grow up eating okra soup or okra at all. But I'm gonna eat it because I've learned recently that it is very healthy. It
has a lot of benefits.
Yeah, like they even suggest it for women when they want to like have a easy delivery. I
heard about
for pregnancy that it helps. So I'm like, oh, maybe I need to eat some okra when that time comes. You know?
Maybe when that time comes. Right now, it's I don't know the texture of it. I can't. It's too slimy. Like.
But it's good for you, so eat it if you can.
Yeah. So another soup that we have is iwedu, and then there's also egusi.
It's funny, I can't eat iwedu either. I can't. Because it's the same texture as okra.
No, it's not. I don't think
Almost. It's about the same.
I'll probably put a little bit of iwedu, but egusi, I'll definitely
get
me some egusi.
You have to explain to them what egusi is. And
I don't really know. I don't really know the contents of egusi, but I know the
it's melon.
Melon. It's called melon, right? The little white stuff. My mom makes it all the time. I don't know now.
It's called melon. But it's not the melon you guys know.
Yeah. You basically blend it with peppers and stuff, and then you add the melon, iwedu. Not iwedu, egusi. And that's how you make the soup. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it.
Or you could do your own research. Like, egusi is spelled Egusi. Iwedu, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Ewedu. And iwedu is made from spinach. But it kind of has like a little bit of that slimy texture that okra has as
Not as slimy as okra.
They're both slimy.
Okra is it's next level slimy.
Usually iwedu is not eaten by itself. It's eaten with like a red stew, which is pretty much
peppers, tomatoes blended together
onions.
With your seasoning. Not everyone uses onions.
Really?
I use onions, but not everyone. And then, season to your liking. And you cook it and you eat it well.
Yeah, and they will put like, usually I see people, when people eat iwedu, is usually when they're like trying to balance the palate, because the red stew usually would be extremely spicy. And the iwedu will kind of balance out the spice. Yeah, that's usually when I've noticed people eat it.
I never thought of it like that because I love spicy food. So the spicier, the better. It don't matter to me. I'm going to eat it.
You like your digestive system, eat the iwedu because sometimes it be next level spicy.
There's also one other type of soup that they have on this list, but I've never had it. I've never heard of it. It's called bitter leaf. It says that bitter leaf is a very healthy full. This is what it says. Nigerian soup. It is a famous Nigerian traditional soup. The soup dish is primarily native to the eastern Nigeria, but it's available at every Nigerian restaurant. Bitter leaf will not taste bitter if it's cooked the right way.
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've had it, but I've heard of it. I've heard of bitter leaf.
I wonder what it looks like. I'm about to Google it. Yeah. It looks like
Wait. Is the bitter leaf what they call an F4?
Bro, I think it is.
That's F4, Jared.
I think it is.
I'm like.
No, I think it is because I'm like, I see the spinach.
It's
I'm like,
F4.
I see the spinach. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like bitter leaf. Okay, then I've eaten it. Yeah. Bitter leaf is F4.
That's what I had with.
It is good for you, but it will make you go to the bathroom if it's not cooked properly.
No, for real. That's what I had with my Amala.
That's what you. So yeah, see, like. This is why it's very important to know the English translation to Yoruba words, because we're over here confused, like bitter leaf, but whole time we know it to be F4, like so now it starts to build this confusion. There's no confusion. Bitter leaf is F4, okay? F4 is bitter leaf. All right.
Yeah, and if you do decide to try any of these foods out, especially amala, if you have tried it, let me know your opinion. Do you like it as well? Do you dislike it? Do you prefer eba? Do you prefer inyo?
Do you prefer
do you
fufu?
even like swallow at all? Would you just eat rice, jollof rice, fried
Do
rice?
you even like swallow? Yeah. Swallow it whole.
No, whole. Take little. Some people, I've seen the
Some
video.
people would eat it
They
and
bite it.
swallow the whole thing. Me, I be chewing it, and Nigerian other people would be like, "Why are you chewing it?" Because I don't want to come and die. You're supposed
Yes,
to chew your food.
I wanna like, you know, taste the soup, the spices in my soup and everything. Just swallow is like, and it's hot. No.
True Nigerians actually literally just swallow it one time. Whatever they got in their hand, swallow. Okay. Me, I'm chewing my food. I want to enjoy the flavor.
And if it's
Like,
nails, I'm not ashamed to say this. I'm using a fork.
yeah, if I
have any kind of nails, exactly, because I don't want food in my nails.
yeah, and it would get stuck there. All the ladies do it. All the ladies that get their nails done, swallow is usually eaten with your hands. Okay,
Even at like parties
wash
and
your
events.
hands before you eat.
Even at parties and events, they're using a fork and a knife.
No, but the men will use their hands.
Men, yeah.
The
but
men will use
everyone else, the ladies, majority
use
of
a
the
fork.
people will use a fork and a knife.
Because we're bougie. Okay,
Classe.
class A. We gotta keep our hands clean. We can't look like we worked a day in our lives. So yeah, it's usually eaten when your hand. Usually, it's respectful or at least culturally appropriate to eat with your right hand. Even if you are left-handed, if you eat with your left hand, they kind of look at you weird.
Anything with your left hand is seen
It's
as
considered
disrespectful.
rude. Yeah. So you'll always eat with your right hand. You wash your hands, soap and water. Usually they'll have a bowl. They'll have like a bowl of water. If you know you're one of those spoiled Nigerian men where your wife bring the bowl of water to you at the table and you wash
You
your
don't
hand
get up and
there.
go wash your hands.
You wash your hand there. You rinse it off. Your hands being wet will help you with shaping it to pick it up, and forming it into like a nice shape. Then you take in the stew. You kind of like use your thumb. Look at me trying to demonstrate. Use your thumb to get extra stew if you're kind of greedy.
Of course, you know.
I like the soup. Like my soup will always be more than the swallow. So I'll like use my thumb to like get more stew onto the swallow, and then you eat it. You can swallow it whole, or you can chew your food like I do, then swallow it. And you know what I like too? I feel like those meals, a lot of it could also be considered vegan. Just don't put the meats and fish and stuff in it. It's pretty much a vegan
Yeah, like you
meal.
can literally make it however you want.
Yeah,
You
like
can
I be
make however you
remixing.
want.
I remix the dish a lot. Like, but some like my like there's one stew. Like we'll talk about it later. But like either way, you don't have to put the meats and fishes and stuff in it. A lot of it is literally vegan. Meat is just our cultural protein, as well. Say like Nigerians love their red meat, but you actually don't really need it. If you don't want red meat, you don't have to put it in it. You don't have to put fish in it. You
don't
actually
have to
are
put
welcome
chicken,
to
put
eat it
whatever
like
you
that
want.
by itself.
I actually sometimes I won't eat the chicken or the meat in the soup. I would just get the soup with my rice, the soup with my pound of yam, and I'll just eat it like that.
Oh my gosh!
Because when the soup is so flavorful,
you don't need.
you could care less about meat and fish. At least that's me. I could care less about that. If the soup has that correct flavor, you know my soup's Mukri.
I know. It's supposed to be mad good.
Has the correct flavor. You don't need that. You don't need it.
What is one thing too? We didn't even tell them. So we didn't even tell them how it's made. So a swallow, right? Let me just put the science to it. If you mix it with cold water, it's not gonna solidify. You have to mix it with hot water.
Boiling hot water.
Boiling hot water. In the chemistry between the dried flour and the hot water, you'll get a solid. And you have to actually, they call it pounded yam for a
You have to
reason.
pound that shit, man. Pound it, pound it, pound it.
I told my mom we have to go get one of the old school ones.
The wooden?
With the wooden one and
the
the big
long
stick. And we should all just be in the house like banging it.
I wanna
Just get
do
some
that.
anger out. We should do it, right? We should definitely do it. We gotta
definitely
find it. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do
it. But yes, you have to mix it with hot water. If you don't mix it with hot water, you're gonna get
Liquid.
rubbish.
Yeah.
The only thing that people usually
Mixed with cold water.
is gari, which I believe to be dried cassava. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's dried cassava.
Yeah.
When you mix it
And
with
gari.
cold water, gari is dried cassava translate into gari. That's what we're gonna call it.
But gari is what they use to make eba, but with hot water. But
So when it's
gari
made
with
with-
cold water is just
It's
gari.
gari ati ekpa.
Some
That's
people add
meat.
ice. They
Yeah,
add
I said
sugar.
meat.
Yeah, where you get that from?
Ekpa is nuts. Sorry. It's nuts. It would be ekpa, it would be gari, cold water, ice, and sugar. Some people put milk.
You know,
I'm not a fan of putting milk in it, but
to
to each their own.
Get out of my head.
But I prefer just sugar and water and ekpa, which is again translates into nuts. So yeah, I had to tell you guys how it was made because before you go and try it, you're not using cold water with amala. You're like, why isn't that taking shape? You need to use hot water,
Exactly.
boiling hot water.
Boiling.
You can do it over the stove. Some people will like have the pot. They'll put it on the floor, put the pot between the feet when they really want to get it pounded.
and they get to work.
Yeah.
I prefer to do it over the stove. Like I'll boil my water in the pot, and once it's boiled, I either load the light or turn it off, and then add what I need to add and get to work.
Depending on how much I'm making, I will go to the floor. Like
If I'm
there's
making a
people,
lot, yeah.
I'm going to the floor.
I normally
Gotta
don't
put it
make for a
out.
lot of people. If I'm making it,
work.
it's just for me and my mom. So the stove works for me.
But we love food too much. You see how we just started rambling? I love food too much. But you can never get enough food, right? And there's so many dishes. I know as we continue through this episode and we're sharing more meals, there's going to be meals that we never even heard of. And we've never tried. Hopefully we can try them. And like hopefully there's a place in New York that makes them.
Yeah, we'll definitely do like a show and tell. I would love to do a show and tell.
Why not? We'll figure it out. I know a couple Nigerian restaurants.
Yeah.
There's one Amala dish that you didn't describe
Which
that
one?
everybody is going crazy for. But what we'll do was save it for another episode because it's very popular. Like as soon as you find out it's being served at parties, everybody goes running. I don't remember the name of the soup, so we'll have to talk about it another day. Either way, that's our segment, Why Jęun. Why Jęun translates into come eat or let's eat.
Let's eat. Come on, eat now.
Yeah, when you hear why Jaye means come enjoy. Okay? Jaye, when you hear chief, if they call you Chief Jaye, just know they see you as the party animal.
Head chief of the party. Okay.
But that is it for our first episode of FANG for season 2. Definitely was different from our last season. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know, we're evolving. We're doing better. Well, we've been doing better, but, we're learning. We're doing better. And we just want to, at least since we have this platform, we want to be able to share as much information that we can. And also give you resources to find more information. Because obviously we don't know everything.
Yeah.
We tell you what we know and we got our sites and all of that. But yeah, we want to be that bridge.
We're doing our due diligence.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to not only be American and Nigerian, but to also learn for ourselves what our culture is, since we wasn't born and raised there, and share to the world what we've learned. Like, we just learned the bitter leaf is F4.
Just to find out we already knew what it was, just not the translation.
So if there's anything any foods that, because there's a lot of ethnic groups in Nigeria and that we don't know about. So if there's any food from your ethnic group or your ethnic group is not very much talked about, share it with us in the comments. Like, give us something to search. Give us something to learn about our country. Exactly. There's over 300 ethnic groups. I only know 3 popular ones, and I'm very intelligent about 2. So teach us as well. Like, this is a learning experience. It's not just about the Yorubas. The Yorubas are not the only people on the market right now. Like, it's all of Nigeria. We're the African giant. And as time goes by, we'll also learn about other people's countries and cultures. Because I'm very interested in going to South Africa.
I do too.
So bad. It looks so beautiful.
We want to thank you for tuning in with us on this episode. If you haven't already, you can follow us on Instagram at the FANG Podcast. We also have another page, The Wahala Girls. Summertime is here. We have some events coming up. Make sure you follow us so you know. You can follow me on Instagram at That Queen Beck, TikTok as well. I do have a hair makeup portfolio page that is Touched by Bex.
Oh, and it's MUKRI. It's _MUKRI. That's my personal page. And by MUKRI is anything hair. I said hair. I don't even like doing hair. I
You
don't
did
have
your
a place-
hair.
Huh?
You did your hair.
I know. I did my own hair, y'all. I'm tempted to get locks, but the amount it takes to add extensions, like
Yeah, if you get locks, you will look just like your mother. Like now that you said locks, I see the resemblance. I see your mom in you.
she gets it from me. Yeah, but thank you. I did my own hair. Yeah, but by _ MUKRI is anything we'll say here, but anything beauty. I work in the beauty industry.
By MUKRI, if you're looking, nails. By
I feel like
MUKRI.
your tips match the wall, so
French
you have to put it
tips.
like here, like
We got
contrasting
the French
colors.
tippies, the French tippianas.
Yes, I'm learning. I'm doing my thing. License coming soon. Okay, so when y'all see MUKRI, just tell them you know me. Okay, I'm not even gonna act like I didn't know you. I know you. I think.
Yeah, we will see you guys at the next episode.